Hi, welcome back. I'm Brandy Schmidt. I am the owner and instructor at Repose LLC. You can find us on Facebook and now on OCTV. Thank you for joining us today. We're having a basic yoga class. This is for all levels of practice. If you've never done yoga before, you're in the right spot. I just like to remind everyone that you need to honor your body's limitations. If there's anything that we show you or offer, suggest, and it's just not right for you, sit it out. Do a posture that is right for you, or just do part of a posture. My intention and the real heart of Repose was just to get everyone in the community, no matter where you're at in your physical life, in your age, in your capabilities, that we get just a little more movement and feel better about ourselves and leave feeling that we're better than when we came. So thank you for joining us in Leonard, Michigan. I hope you enjoy the class. Inhale as we lift the chest and release the bind. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands down at heart center. Inhale as we sweep the arms overhead again. And exhale as we fold forward. Inhale halfway up. And release all the way down. Again, a little softness in the knees. Allow yourself to sway and just hang. Removing any stress from the spine. Should feel good, should not hurt. If it hurts, maybe bending into the knees a little bit more. All the way up to standing. Inhale, the arms are going to come overhead. I'm going to face forward so I can see everyone. Exhale, we bend the knees as we start to sit down. Inhale as we rise. And exhale, hands come down. So we're going to do a little rhythm here, movement. Inhaling, arms lift. Gaze can come up at the hands. Exhale, we bend into the knees and sit back into chair pose. Deep exhale, squeezing the core muscles. Inhale as we lift. Exhale, hands come down. Find your own breath rhythm. It doesn't have to be in line with mine. Inhaling, arms lift. Exhaling, we sit back. If we're able to go a little deeper each time, challenge yourself. Inhale as we lift. Inhale. Exhale into chair. Maybe we come up onto our toes next time that we sit back. Maybe we never come up onto our toes. Do what's right for you. One more. This time holding chair. 3 breaths. Challenging ourselves to sit a little deeper with each exhale. 1 more. All our breaths are different. Inhale as we reach. Exhale, arms come down. 1 more inhale, nice deep reach. Exhale, we're gonna forward fold, this time bending into the knees as we plant the hands onto the mat. Right foot's gonna stay right where it's at. Left foot's gonna come back onto the knee. Just kind of checking in, knee under hip, right knee over ankle. So just kind of check in with that. And bring our hands up onto that right knee. Again, hips are facing forward. Just pushing the shoulders back. Heart is lifted, chest is up, gaze is out. And this might be enough. You might already be feeling this deep stretch. And again, if you have any pressure under that knee that's on the ground, using a blanket, I think we're okay on the grass here. If you have a little bit more to give, lifting the hands up and then shifting that pelvis and the hips forward. Knee starts to come over toe and bending the back slightly. This is an option. It is never, ever a requirement. In yoga, everything is a suggestion. Do what is right for your body. A little extra reach on this next inhale. And exhale, hands come forward either side of the foot. Start to straighten that right knee. Just leaning forward, giving it a little release, a little bit of stretch into the calf. And then walking the hands forward and relieving that foot behind you. A little bit of movement in the hips here. Then we're going to exhale, hips to heel, head comes down just for a breath. We're not staying. Inhale, rocking back into table, bringing the left foot forward, however you safely get there. And just checking in again, hip over right knee, left knee over left knee. Hands come to the top of the knees, hips push forward, shoulders are back and down, and breathe. Have a little more to give, rising the arms up, pushing the hips forward, knees over toes now, and a little bit of back bend. These are doing great. A few more breaths. Exhale as we bring the hands down. Start to straighten that left leg as we lean forward and release some of that pressure. Gently coming up, bringing that foot back. So walking the hands forward, releasing the legs. We're going to bring the knees a little bit wider if that's okay for your body today. And sitting back as we come into a little deeper child's pose. Head comes down. If the shoulders are feeling a little overworked, you might bring the hands back to the sides rather than out front, or even to the back, laying on your low back above the bottom. peek up and exhale as we bring the head back down to the mat. Next inhale, we start to rock up onto the hands and knees, bringing the hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Bringing the right toes out behind us, pressing into the heel. Stretching that calf again. Then taking your calf, your toes, reaching across the opposite side of the body and looking over the shoulder towards the foot. The gaze is to the left, looking at the right toes. Releasing that foot, bringing the knee down under the hip. Sitting back with the hips just for a moment and rocking back up. Left toe reaches back, pushing into the left heel. Just breathing through it. Then taking that foot, crossing it over, looking to the right, at the left foot behind us. And remembering to connect with that breath, adding the challenge of squeezing the belly on the exhale. Releasing that leg back, knee comes under the hip, just sitting back with the hips one more time. Inhaling back into this tabletop position, and then we're going to come to seated, so we can either walk the knees to the side and swing them around, or I like to cross the ankles, just sit back by walking the hands towards the body. And if you've come off your mat, just take a moment to readjust. If there's any pressure on your low back, sitting on a block or a blanket helps to tilt the pelvis. And if you have sciatica issues, that's recommended. If not today, if you don't have anything with you today, in the future, if you're doing it at home, something to think about. Just trying to bring the arms out to the side, hands come to the shoulders. Bring the shoulder blades back and elbows come up on the inhale. Exhale as the elbows come forward. You're welcome to tilt the head with these motions. Inhaling as we bring the shoulders back and up. Exhaling as we come forward. One more. And hands come to rest on the legs, the knees, the thighs. Then we're just going to do some neck movements. Inhaling as we look up. Maybe your eyes are closed. And exhaling as we drop that chin deep towards the neck. Really straightening the spine here. The breath starts to get noisy when we drop the chin. Inhaling up. Neutral when you're ready. Bring the hands behind us, fingers pointing forward. Lifting the chest, letting the head fall back. Bring the knees up and straighten the legs out in front of us. Just a little movement in those knees, shaking it out. Just let the head hang back. I have a bug friend just coming and visiting me. Inhaling as we start to lift the head. We're going to cross the legs again, but the opposite way you had them before. So if your right foot tends to always come in first, we might be a challenge to force the left foot to come in first. So just trying to feel your way into what might be a little uncomfortable, a little less natural. And we're going to bring the arms out in front of us, hands come to shoulders. We're going to start forward this time, inhaling as we come forward and back, and exhaling as we come down and around. One more. And let the hands rest on the thighs or knees. Inhale deeply as we look forward, and as we exhale, we're going to turn the head to one side, doesn't matter right or left. Inhale as we come back to center. Exhale as we turn the head to the opposite side. Slow and controlled, and really empty the breath on that turn, holding it. Started on a different side than me, so just balance it out. You started on the right, finishing off on the left, or vice versa. Bringing the head back to center. You lean back, fingers pointing forward again. Inhaling as we lift the chest, releasing both feet forward, a little movement in the knees, and letting the head just fall all the way back. And then the head up. Lengthening through the spine, through the crown of the head, and gently folding forward, just walking the hands towards the feet. There's no reward for touching the toes, just bringing the chin in. Inhale as we look up, and just start to come up about halfway until you can lengthen the spine. And then exhale forward a little bit deeper. Just a reminder that there's always something to reach for. Some days we come a little closer to those toes, some days we're a little bit further. Walking the hands up the legs. Bring those feet together into Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. You can be as far away or as close to the body as is comfortable. If you really don't feel any stretch in this pose, just spreading the feet a little bit wider apart will actually increase the rotation in the hips there. So do what's right for you. And then we're going to bring arms out to a T. Right arm comes down. Left arm starts to lift, and we can come all the way onto the forearm if that's okay for your body, not required. You might just stay onto your hand. And let the head fall to the right. Left arm reaches and stretches. Really breathing into that left lung, filling that left side body, and squeezing a little deeper on the exhale, squeezing to the right side. Inhale as the left arm lifts, we come to center, and exhale, it comes down to the earth by our side. Lengthen the spine once again. Inhale, right arm lifts. Bending to the left, right arm reaches over. Maybe we stay up on the hand. Maybe we're able to come down to the forearm. This time filling that right lung, that right side of our body. Squeezing a little more deeply to the left with each exhale. Start to lift and reach up to center. Exhale, arm comes down to the side. And bring our arms in front of us as we lengthen one more time. And start to walk, lean forward, tucking the chin. It's always an option, but I like to give myself a little bit of a foot massage here in this pose, just squeezing the feet up through the toes, or even squeezing up through the legs. It's up to you. Maybe we just reach out in front. Until we make our way up to seated. Bring the knees up until the feet meet the mat, pointing towards the sky. Hands come behind the thighs here. Inhaling, we bring the chest forward and arch the back a little bit. The head looks up. And exhale, we start to lean back, rounding the spine, tucking the chin in. Inhale as we rise towards the knees. Lift the chest, drop the head back. Seated cat and cow. Inhale, we have a neutral back this time, straight, leaning slightly back. We're still supporting the back of the thighs. We just start to lift that right foot. And exhale, bring the foot back down. We lift the left foot. Hold it for one, inhale, exhale, and then bring it back down. A couple more times, right foot lifts, hold it for a breath. Down. One more time each side. Rock back, or it might be safer for some of us to just walk ourselves back. So do what's best for you. And if if you're like me and you're coming off your mat, you might need to adjust a moment. Just hugging those knees in, rocking side to side. Start to lift the right leg up, pointing and flexing. The left foot can come down to the mat. Maybe rotating the ankle one way and then the other. When you're ready, bringing that right foot down and switching to the opposite leg. Left leg lifts, supporting behind the thigh. Pointing and flexing, rotating one way and then the other with your foot. And when you're ready, that left foot comes down to the mat. Both knees pointing up towards the sky. Inhale as we lift both arms up and then all the way to the earth over our head. Exhale, we bring the hands down and all the way forward towards the knees, coming to the ground, palms down. Inhale, arms rise and come back overhead, palms face up. Notice of the clouds. Just enjoy that beautiful blue sky. One more lift. And exhale, hands come to the side. Start to bring the knees together and lift the feet off the ground. Knees are still pointing straight up towards the sky. The calves and feet lift. We're going to let them fall to the right. Arms come out to a T as both legs come to the right of the body. It's a spinal twist. And if it's okay for your neck, we might look over the opposite shoulder, gazing over the left hand or the left arm. Thank you for coming today. I hope you enjoyed your practice. Leaving every day a little bit better than when we started. I hope to see you next week. Join us on our next episode. Have a good night. Namaste.